Have you ever stopped to think about all the bizarre things that can happen if you don't obey GTA 5? All kinds of mission failures and crazy stuff that goes down, and like man, it can glitch the game, break the system, do all sorts of wild things. In today's video, I'm bringing you a video of what happens if you don't obey GTA 5, showing everything you can and can't do, and what happens when you try. So if you already know the channel, drop a big like right at the start to show some support, and go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss out. Alright, let's get into it. Starting here in the prologue of the game, the first part where you have choices to make, things we can or can't do that change everything, I don't know, maybe tweak something inside the mission. This is how we leave the vault. When we leave the vault with Michael, the guard ends up grabbing him and holding him at gunpoint. And what exactly happens if you don't react? Let's find out. First, with Michael, if you don't switch to Trevor, Michael will keep trying to talk the guard down, and after a while, the guard will eventually shoot Michael in the head. Strangely enough, Michael will sort of roll over to the other side. If you switch to Trevor, it's pretty much the same thing, except that when Michael gets shot in the head, he won't roll over to the other side. He'll just drop to the ground like a normal gunshot. Take a look.
Give it up! I got him! I saw your face, I'll remember you.
We forget 1,000 things every day. How about you make sure this is one of them?
I've seen his eyes! He's crazy!
No one's crazy. I think. Be cool.
That's right, pal! I'm fucking crazy! Oh, boy.
All right, look, you want to live? Tell me you want to live. We'll work this out.
For sure I want to live. Tell me to put the gun down. Ain't gonna happen, pal. Make a move. I got all day. And it looks like the cavalry ain't gonna show, pal. I'll remember you.
We forget 1,000 things every day. How about you make sure this is one of them?
I've seen his eyes. He's crazy. I'll try to make this painless.
No one's crazy. I think. Be cool.
That's right, pal. I'm fucking crazy. Oh, boy.
All right, look, you want to live? Tell me you want to live. We'll work this out.
For sure I want to live. Tell me to put the gun down. Ain't gonna happen, pal. Make a move. I got all day. And it looks like the cavalry ain't gonna show, pal.
Besides that, in this mission you can also try to escape, right? Through another route, because we know that on the normal path there's the train. The train is going to hit the car and well, it's going to wreck it. The cutscene will play and all that, and here's the thing. What happens if you go off route? So I tried getting out through the checkpoint and the mission failed instantly. I tried taking another path along the train tracks and the mission failed again. Then I tried at least killing these cops. Strangely enough, if you stop here on the side, you know, on top of the snow, you can kill them, take out everybody, and spend as much time as you want, and the mission won't fail. However, if you go too far off the route, the mission will inevitably fail. Jumping now to the Franklin and Lamar mission, which is the second mission in the game, we start here by stealing these cars. And what happens if we don't choose a car? Let's find out. First thing, if you just stand around on the street, nothing will really happen. But if you stay near the cars, Lamar will start throwing some lines at you like, you're gonna lose my respect, or you're gonna lose your right to choose, things like that. That kind of vibe. And if you still don't pick one, Lamar will pretty much end up choosing for you. He'll take the red car, leaving you with only the white one. Besides that, there's another detail. In this mission, if you get in the car and just stay there without accelerating to follow Lamar, the owner of the cars, the actual owner of the vehicles, will come after you for a fight. You can beat him up and the mission won't fail. So go all in. The mission will only fail if you leave Lamar behind. That's a crazy little detail, man. I bet most people never noticed this because normally as soon as you get in the car, you just speed off, right? Nobody even sees that there's an NPC running after you. I tested two things at the dealership. First thing I wanted to check, would the mission fail or not? I totally wrecked the car, man. I crashed it all over, left it completely smashed up. The car barely made it there. I just kept it in a way that it could still drive to see if Simeon or Lamar would say something, or if maybe the mission would fail because I brought the car in such bad shape. But nope, everything was fine. Besides that, when you get there, Jimmy is talking to Simeon. It's that whole blah 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 where Simeon is trying to convince Jimmy to buy the car, and Jimmy is kind of resisting. The cool part about not obeying the game in this mission is this. When Franklin says he's leaving, you don't leave. Instead, go back back exactly where Jimmy and Simeon are talking, and you'll get to hear some really cool dialogues that most people never notice, right? Because we usually just go straight to our car to continue the mission. But even so, there's still a pretty interesting conversation happening here. In fact, Simeon actually notices that you're still there and tells you to leave a few times until the dialogue eventually ends. Check this out.
Excellent. Now, listen to the quality of the stereo. No, it's too much for you. You need a compact.
Whoa, no way, man. Compact? I'm a high roller. SUV guy? I just need time to think.
This is the problem. Only the weak use their brains. The strong use their balls. You're a time waster. I should charge you for my time. How much I say per month? Double it.
Whoa, hey, I want it, okay? I just don't have much collateral.
We take a cash deposit and your word you can meet the weekly payments.
Weekly? I thought it was monthly payments.
Weekly, monthly, it doesn't matter. You are not a serious customer.
Whoa, I'm serious, bro. Deadly. Church, bro. Just show me where to sign.
Franklin, you are not in sales. Please leave us.
Moving on to the Repossession mission. What happens if we don't obey the game here? Well, this mission is full of possibilities, so let's start right at the dealership. Here at the dealership, when you arrive, Simeon is talking to a potential customer who, unlike Jimmy, isn't as dumb. And if you stop here and listen to the conversation just like we did with Jimmy, you'll notice that this guy isn't so easily fooled. And Simeon also realizes that you're there. From what I understood, this guy doesn't end up making the deal. Take a look.
Financing?
The financing, it seems like a shitty deal.
Because of the color of my skin, you think I am a scammer.
No, skin color's got nothing to do with it.
This is under control. Get the car, okay?
My credit's okay, and this is all like high-risk financing.
Yes, you are a risk. I will not give my stock away just because you are a white man.
No, I want a fair deal because I'm a responsible borrower in long-term employment.
I've got this covered. Go and get the car.
Can you let me think about it?
What's to think about? You're either a man or you're a vagina. Rockford Hills, the yellow 4x4.
It just doesn't feel right.
You do not feel right. Buy the car or get off the floor.
Look, I'm thinking.
All this time I could be mentoring the disadvantaged.
Give me a minute.
You're wasting my time.
I've got to be sure this is the right decision.
Perhaps a rich idiot like you can waste the day, but I have children to feed. Decide.
Can you speak to another customer and come back to me?
The second detail here is that when you arrive at Michael's house, the game tells you to sneak in, take down the gardener, maybe do a stealth takedown from behind or something, but that's not necessary at all. I decided to go in the craziest way possible, so I jumped the gate, ran in with my gun out and everything. The mission doesn't fail, so there's no real need to follow the game's instructions up to this point. When you get inside the house, there are a few things you can do. The first one is entering Jimmy's room, and when you do, a cutscene will play.
Holy fucking shit, bro! Dad, there's a dude! Dad, help! Dad!
After entering Jimmy's room, you can also enter Tracy's room, but if you do, the mission fails, obviously. Then you have to restart the mission, but if you go into Tracy's room, there's also another dialogue. Take a look.
Who the fuck are you, Dad?
And last but not least, you can go downstairs and catch Amanda DeSanta messing around with her tennis coach, Kyle Chavis. Besides hearing their dialogue, you also get a cutscene where the guy actually points out that Franklin is black and hides behind Amanda. Super crazy.
You're a real pro, Mrs. DeSanta. A real pro. No, you're a great student. Now,
Who the fuck are you?
Can I help you?
Oh,
Hey.
do something! Fucking
After leaving Michael's house, there are still two more things you can do by not following the game's instructions. The first one is ignoring Michael's directions. Michael tells you to keep driving to the intended destination, but if you decide to go really far away, and I mean really far, like almost all the way to Fort Zancudo, a secret cutscene will trigger. In this scene, Michael realizes that Franklin isn't taking him anywhere and knocks him out with a pistol whip.
This don't look like the way to No Credit Alley to me.
Shit, man, with traffic and all, this way is faster.
Dumb move, kid.
And last but not least, there's another really bizarre thing you can do by not obeying the game, letting a phone call run its course. When you leave Michael's house and steal the car, Simeon will call you. And here's the trick. For Michael to get up from the back seat and put a gun to your head, the call has to end. You get it? Like if you hang up, it counts as finished. So you can't let the call end. To do this, you have to keep crashing the car repeatedly while Simeon is talking, but you have to crash a lot. You can't let him finish his sentence or else the call will end. If you manage to pull this off, which isn't too hard by the way, you just need to get the hang of it, you can reach Simeon's dealership and completely break the game. Because if the call hasn't ended, Michael won't have gotten up from the back seat, and that glass that normally shatters in the cutscene won't be there either. So you can enter the dealership and then after that let the call finish. When that happens, Michael stands up, the glass reappears, and you end up completely glitched inside the dealership. Now, I'll tell you right away, getting out of this is a real hassle. You have to find a way to destroy the car inside and you can't use weapons. So yeah, it's tricky, but it's definitely worth the experience. It's a super crazy glitch. After Franklin sort of becomes friends with Michael, which happens in the father-son mission, he shows up looking for a job and all that. I wouldn't say they're really friends yet. In this mission, we have to recover the yacht, or rather, stop it from being stolen since it's already been taken and Jimmy is on board. So far, so good. Well, if we go there and don't obey, there are a few things that can happen, right? One of them is that you can start shooting everyone. So for example, what happens if you don't follow GTA 5's script? If you shoot Franklin, Jimmy, or set everything on fire, none of the characters actually die. Basically, Franklin and Jimmy are immortal while they're on the yacht. Unless your GTA 5 is an older version with no updates, after a certain patch, not sure which one, both Franklin and Jimmy became invincible. So you can even set the yacht on fire and nothing happens. And then, when you get to the part where Jimmy is hanging onto the car, there are actually two different cutscenes that can happen if you don't catch one or both of them. So first I'll let the cutscene play where you don't catch either of them. Then I'll show the cutscene that happens if you've already saved Jimmy but didn't grab Franklin yet, which is actually a bit longer where Michael completely goes off on Jimmy. Man, this is awesome. Let's check it out.
Dad, don't be all butthurt. At least you got me out of there.
You listen to me, you little shit. That kid just jumped off the hood of a moving car to save your ass, and now he's gone. And so's my boat!
The last mission we're going to explore here is Daddy's Little Girl, which is that yacht mission, the one where Tracy shows just how innocent she really is. Now, when you get to this mission before reaching the yacht, there isn't much difference if you don't go straight to it. But once you do, a cutscene triggers, where the big guy and the other dude on jet skis start chasing you. Up until that point, nothing too special happens. So, what do? Jump into the water, swim to a boat, or head straight to the beach. Once you're on the beach, grab a helicopter and fly over the yacht, just like I'm doing here, coming in from above, nice and quiet. You'll need a silenced weapon. Now we take out these two NPCs up here, and this is where it gets funny. These two guys who are supposed to chase you in the jet ski scene are actually duplicated down below. Or wait, is it just the big guy that's duplicated? I don't remember exactly. So after killing those two guys on top, the mission gets completely glitched, man. Then you can go down to the party area on the yacht where Tracy is dancing and everyone is just chilling, as if nothing happened. Nobody even notices Michael is there. You can even start shooting people and nothing happens. You can kill Tracy and the mission won't fail, which is just bizarre, and the police won't come after you either. I have no idea why they don't show up on the yacht. Maybe because it's a mission area and cops just aren't programmed to enter or something like that. And if you go back to the pier where Jimmy was in the old gen versions, PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 3, Jimmy was still there. Now in the PS5 version, he didn't show up. But if you do see Jimmy when trying this on any version, even on PlayStation 5, you'll notice that he's also immortal. You can set him on fire, throw smoke bombs, do whatever you want, and even if he dies, the mission will keep going as if nothing happened. Man, this is just insane. And guys, it's crazy to see how Rockstar really thought of everything when launching GTA 5. So much so that, if you didn't know, it was delayed by a whole month in Japan because of several changes they had to make. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, just click on the video indicated by the arrow to check it out. And that's it for today. Don't forget to subscribe and like. Take care and bye.